I don't think we've gotten to talk to you. How's the adjustment been over the last, I guess now year and a couple of years and change?
Yeah, you know, it feels like I've been here for 5 years already, even though I came with Coach right away back in 2024, December of that. But it's been really good. Family's acclimated. Really love the community. Our kids are entrenched with sports. Really love the Carolinas. You know, you can get to the mountains in 2 hours, ocean in 3. So it's nice because, like, my wife's from the East Coast. She's from New Jersey. Right. So we're back closer to home. We're kind of in that midpoint between my folks and her folks. So couldn't ask for a better location, and Wake Forest has been awesome. This is a great university, really fun, unique place to go every day, and we're enjoying it.
Fans obviously know offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator,
sure,
associate head coach.
Yeah.
What does that entail?
Yeah, so it's definitely a new position. I think it's one that you see that's growing across the country. Kind of when we put this together, we kind of took an NFL model. You know, that was one thing Mr. Curry really challenged us with was, you know, coming up with a more modern, you know, football organization. You obviously see with the GM, with Rob, BB, our chief of staff, and then kind of my role as assistant head coach is kind of helping Coach Dicker handle all the football side of things. And so that's from our practice organization to just watching the tape, building out the team meetings, you know, big on culture and team building, and then just working with our current guys and just helping him keep a watchful eye on making sure we're staying on track of all the things that we need to hit from a situational standpoint.
So your second spring practice here,
yep.
Going from the first to the second, what has the transition been like, and what do you feel like some of the improvements you've seen being here now for your second set of spring practice?
Yeah. So I think we have, you know, Justin, I think we have 27 guys that went through spring ball with us last year, and I think you're starting to see understanding how we need to practice and the rhythm that it goes with, and you just noticed it today. We know we got to day 5, we're going to have live tackle. The kids were prepared, they were ready for it, so they know those situations where last year everything was brand new. You know, you're coming in and you're trying to recreate it every day and trying to show them the vision of what we're looking for out in the grass, where now we can just like give them, you know, a couple buzzwords and they can go out there and execute it. You know, new team, you know, obviously every year is a restart. You got to start back from start. And I think this team is right on pace where we want them to be as far as our process goes. And we're really excited for Thursday with that scrimmage to see how we know our base down, base calls, base schemes, and can we go out there and execute it at a fast pace.
What have you learned from these kind of incoming freshmen? You know, it's always hard getting new guys in that
sure.
don't know what the college landscape is. How do you feel like your guys have adjusted, and what's kind of been your role in helping them get up to speed?
Yeah, so Cam, great question there. I think number one, like with how college football is set up now, coming in at the mid-semester is the best time. Right, you don't have the rush of the season, right? We're still in the development phase. Things are a little bit slower. We have those breaks between practices, so these kids can come in and it's a slower tempo for them. They get integrated in the team right away. They get to work out. So it's not like you get thrown into football practice. If you come in the summertime there, coaches are kind of gone. You're getting us more in a one-on-one setting where if you have questions about the installs, you can come up and learn. I mean, we had 4 freshmen up here last night until about 8:30, you know, just going over the plays, and I love to see it. You know, obviously Gannon and Grant are kind of setting the tone and the tenor for that class, and those guys are starting to follow, but we've got a really good young nucleus. As far as like my role working with those guys, when we first got here, I did an onboarding with them, kind of just went over the culture, like this is how we do things, you know, because we all come from different parts, and getting us on the same page so we can work towards alignment, and that's something that we're really working on. The kids have done a great job, and it's allowing them to go out there and actually be successful. I think you see that guys are able to step in and take meaningful reps early because of the work that we were able to do with them starting back in January.
You talked about all the new guys coming in. You have a collection of freshmen, transfers, some returners. What's it like trying to build that culture like you were talking about with so many new faces, trying to get everyone acclimated on the same page?
Yeah, so I mean, number one, it just starts with intentionality. Like every day you go about, you got to try to get these kids to connect, you got to get these kids to talk. One of our spring objectives is communication, and that was one thing that was coming from our leadership council, was that guys have got to learn how to talk to each other. And we you know what, we went really easy. You know, we started off like with these small groups during before team meetings in the winter, and we just had a question: how would you like to be communicated with? Right, because we all don't know each other, and then getting out there and saying, okay, hey, in these stressful times, in these pressure-packed situations, how can I calmly communicate to you? Because the better we can communicate and connect, the more we're going to play for each other. And I think these guys are really starting to buy into it. You see us with the first and the fourth. I don't know if you guys have been in the team room, saw the team draft, so we kind of break up the team. So now these guys are kind of getting a cross-section of guys that they can know, and really building that camaraderie. I mean, you see them out at baseball games, tennis matches. They're all over the community, and we're rewarding them with points. Yes, we're having a competition, but really, at the end of the day, you're building bonds, you're building friendships. They're in the best time of their lives, man. I wish I can go back and play college ball, man. Like me and my 4 roommates, I still remember them to the day. very diverse group from all different parts, man. It was just me and my boys just here having a fun time, and that's what the college experience is about, and those guys are doing a great job of embracing it.
You mentioned the scrimmage on Thursday.
Yep.
You mentioned making sure you're getting all the buzz and getting the signals in. How do you balance that part of it, and also, look, people are still fighting for roles, and I know fall is a ways away, but
Yeah.
people are still jostling for position at this point.
Yeah, I think at this point, Cam, it's just more about just making sure that we're understanding the situational football for these guys. Yes, we're in we talked about it a little bit today in the team meeting, we're in these competitive silos because you're all competing, the competition, the talent level's risen out there, but getting out of those and just enjoying ball for what ball is, and it's a great time to work on your fundamentals and skills. So, it's a very simple game, man. It's blocking and tackling. Right, and that's really what we're going to want to see Thursday. Can we operate our base schemes? Can we operate our base calls and working towards that for it? But, you got to just make sure you're hitting the situations in practice. Like today we introduced red zone. I think you guys were here. We had third downs the past 2 days. Today was more red zone. We'll come back, hit that on Tuesday. So Thursday we kind of have that wide situation that really won't get any of the fourth down or any of the 2-minute into game scenarios, but it'll be kind of our base down calls. What can we execute? Let's move the ball. Can we communicate in and out of a huddle? Can we get a line and a sign? And can we go execute? So really looking forward to Thursday, seeing how these guys come out.
2 weeks in, what's been the vibe on Gio Lopez so far?
Yeah, Gio's been great, man. I think number one, just his synergy with Rob Ezel, our offensive coordinator, just coming in already knowing the offense. He was really only gone for 6 months because, Rob had been here for a year, but South Al was still running our same scheme with the same terminology. Obviously went over to the other school there for that short period of time, and just being able to just come back and right away, immerse himself back in and already be about 4 or 5 days into the install ahead of it. Done a great job of communicating. I think the biggest thing is he's really related to our guys. He's really got out there, got to know the O-line. You got to know the big boys, but you see him reaching across to the other side of the ball. You see him developing relationships with the defensive side of defensive side guys. The other thing too, he's been really good in the leadership council meeting. Really brings a unique perspective, great wisdom, and really excited about what steps he can take next for us.
That's good.
Yep.
All right. Good?
Thanks,
All right.
Coach.
Appreciate
Thanks,
you guys.
Going back a couple practices because didn't feel to lay out a nice little hit out there.
Oh, phenomenal, man. Glad to be back. Glad to be back out there with the guys for the most part. And I've been doubling down on the defense and stuff like that, but just to be out there, shoulder pads on, and get a nice little hit in, felt good.
Obviously, injuries, everyone likes to know, how to get back so fast. But what did you learn about yourself for that entire period of where you think something might not be wrong, and then all of a sudden you're just out for the season?
I think people don't emphasize how bad the mental aspect of getting injured is. I feel like they always focus on the physical part of it. I messed up my shoulder, but mentally, I've never got hurt before. So being out for the whole year, I got hurt the second game of the year. You still got a long season to go. So getting hurt, it took a toll on me mentally. But we got great support staff, great trainers, and what I love about this team is they double down and poured into me a lot more, keep me active, bring me on activities. I was spending time with the offense, spending time with the safeties, and so these poured so much love into me when I got hurt. Coach Dicker kept me traveling with the team, and that's just a blessing. People don't. I feel like some people take it for granted, but just that being along the team. I was out here first day after surgery. I'm back out here at practice. I was supposed to stay in, but back out here with the team. And just I feel like the emotional and the connection with the team. I feel like that plays a big part in it too, get me back on the field. So I'm glad.
It feels like maybe 5 months ago, you and Devon were coming in as just true freshmen, just tiny. Now you guys are going into later years. You're captains, well, assuming captains now. What's that responsibility like for you two guys?
It's a great responsibility. It's a higher achievement for younger guys, even guys of the age or older, to look up to you in that role. And it comes with doing the right thing. You got to do the right thing every time. People looking, just trying to lead by example. By me getting hurt, try to be an emphasis on my leadership capabilities. So because I wasn't playing on the field, try to double down on the film, getting guys collected for film. Doubling down just on the communication aspect. I feel like I lacked a little bit of the leadership, communication aspect of it. I was more of a lead by example type of guy, so I've been trying to place an emphasis on vocal communication, trying to get people lined up, making sure that everybody's on the same page. So that travels from just on defense, but it travels throughout the whole team. I feel like and I'm still working on it, but it's getting a lot better.
Who gets harder, you or Vaughn?
I gotta take me every time. But Vaughn's a Vaughn's a mutant, man. Yeah. To be, 205, 210, he moves how he moves, good feet. But I got me. I take me.
You mentioned some new members to the secondary and to the defense overall coming in. How have you went about as a leader trying to build that connection with those guys and that collaboration that's so necessary on the defensive side of the ball?
I think here, especially on the defense end, we collaborate by competition. Competition is big here at Wake Forest. Here, Coach Dick emphasizes it a lot. And so just being on that competitive nature, do like 7-on-7, even through like when we were doing the winter workouts, we're competing. And so competition builds that camaraderie. I can count on you, can count on me that you're gonna know I'll give my all. I'm gonna know I can give your all. And just like keeping that stable balance that we got.
In going through that injury and surgery, being back this year, does that give you greater confidence being on the field now? Like, if I can get through this, I have greater confidence in my ability on the field right now?
It gives me some confidence. I feel like the confidence came more on the training aspect of it, getting back, confident in my shoulder, confident in my ability. Just trying to double down and do what I can do, not thinking about the injury so much, but also keeping that emphasis on trying to prevent further injury, like more like rehab, treatment and stuff, making sure the recovery aspect of it is just as important as the on-field stuff that we got going on.
How much of the process of injury recovery, talking to other people on the team, whether it's coaches, other players that have gotten injured? I'm thinking about Nasir, who had a bunch of injuries. Have you talked to him a little bit about that at all?
Yeah, I don't know if you see me. I was just talking to Nasir Greer. He's a guy, he's a dog, but sometimes injuries, when you're a dog, sometimes injuries happen. And so just doubling down on guys, I feel like I said, the mental aspect of it, that was the biggest part for me, is just being injured. And I was in a sling for 6 weeks. Like, that was by far the worst thing ever, the sling of it. But just doubling down on the mental aspect of it, keeping them connected. Just because you're hurt, you're not out there physically on the field, you're still in here with the team. Like right now, Aiden's out. Aiden's the leader of the defense right now. He's one of the main leaders, vocal leader, lead by example. You can always count on Aiden. Aiden's in the middle of the huddle, making calls, getting us together. When we're messing up, Aiden's the first one to call us out. So just knowing that he still has that leadership role, making sure that other guys that are injured still have that voice and still have that connection on the team, to know that when they get back, that still you didn't miss a beat. So that's the main part of it.
Coach mentioned you guys have a scrimmage coming up on Thursday. How are you feeling for that, and what are you most excited about to see the guys come together in a competitive setting on the field right now?
I'm excited to go live. I'm excited to see what the offense brings. I like contact. I'm excited to see what the offense brings, and I'm just excited to see the defense go out 100%. We practice every day, getting the keys, the techniques down. When it comes to like a scrimmage, it's just a time to go out 100%, rely on your keys, rely on your techniques, put trust in your teammates, just go out there and have fun.
Just a little more. We talk about continuity all the time. Year 2 underneath Scotty Ableton and Freddie Banks. How much does that help? I know there's been a lot of turnover lately, but how much does that help having your same position coach and your same defense coordinator back?
I love it. I love having the continuity of coaches. When I got hurt, I was with Coach Banks a lot because I couldn't do the physical on-field stuff, just trying to learn new positions. Playing a little bit at strong safety now too, just trying to be more versatile. And having Coach Hayes, just the connection we have, I can count on him off the field. Like, I can talk to Coach Banks off the field. Anything happens, Coach Hayes as well. And so that connection and that camaraderie that we have off the field, I can come on the field, he gives me something, and that the guys surrounding us, we can pick it up relatively quickly. And so just having that same connection just doubles down on the trust that we have. He makes a play call, right or wrong, we're going to run it 100%. So love having those guys back. Glad they came.
Perfect. Thanks, Rick.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all.
The first introduction to you was the bowl game, that out of nowhere, long touchdown. How much confidence did that give you going into the offseason that, hey, I can do this?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, that was obviously a big moment for me, like kickoff to my career. But yeah, I really owe it up to the trust that the coaches in the program gave me. I owe it all to them. I wouldn't have had that opportunity if my receivers from last year, coaches didn't trust me. But yeah, that brought so much confidence for this offseason, knowing that I can hang with guys like that, especially SEC team. So yeah, a lot of confidence.
You go from being committed to Wake Forest, being decommitting, going elsewhere, and then coming back when Dicker comes in here.
Yeah.
Did it kind of feel like you were meant to be here at a certain point?
100%. Yeah. I don't know if it was this place exactly, but I know I was meant to be with the staff that Coach Dicker brings with him. I mean, if you guys are around practice, which you guys are, you see the energy that we have. And even, visits under the old staff at Wake versus other programs that I went to, even in my recruiting process, it's like, that's something that I'm just drawn to, the energy that they bring. And I really couldn't escape it. I had to give in to it. So,
What's the biggest adjustment you've had going from a right-handed quarterback to a left-handed quarterback besides the spin of the ball?
It hasn't been too hard to me, to be honest. I've never caught from a left-handed quarterback, but it's been great so far. Love catching from Gio, love catching from Steele as well.
What has it been like? A lot of new receivers in the room this year. What has it been like building that connection with them, the new receivers, and building as a unit?
Yeah, it's been great. I really like the group of guys that we have right now. I think we're closer than last year a little bit. So our camaraderie is really good, and I think we're just like punch counter punch. Like it doesn't matter who you put in. Like all the guys in our room can play. Like all of them. So I really love it.
How do you balance, being a younger guy, learning, terminology, learning what's going on, versus also competing for a starting spot? I know you and Chase are getting closer, but you're also competing for snaps. How does that show itself throughout the entire spring and going into the fall?
Yeah. I mean, like, for example, last year, I really owe it up to, like, countless staff members that poured into me. Late nights, like Coach Lackey calling me late nights, helping me with the playbook. Coming from Oregon, we did not have an offense like we have here, so it was a big adjustment. But, like, just getting in the swing of things for the whole year last year, being able to be behind guys like Karate and Sterling and Carlos that just pour into me. Praise God for people that just pour into my life like that. So.
Do you feel like after that bowl game performance, kind of a breakout performance from you, does that give you more confidence going into this spring and into next season, like that you are one of the leading receivers in this group?
Absolutely. Yeah, that catch definitely helped me move up a little bit, helped me with my confidence, knowing that I can play. And so, just when I'm lined up, I know that I can go win my one-on-one. So yeah.
Guys good?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Jack.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Hey, Jack.